17 times Attack on Titan foreshadowed the future. If you're a fan of Attack on Titan, then you're no stranger to the amount of plot twists the anime offers every season. Many fans who rewatch the series are not only astonished by the amount of foreshadowing that took place early on, but also how certain details were so obvious in hindsight. One such instance was in the scene where in episode 3, when Eren hurt his head, you could see steam coming out of his head. Yup. The steam was indeed the result of a Titan's healing or regeneration factor. Also, at this point, we could already guess that Eren could transform into a Titan, but this is nothing compared to the rest of the examples. The series quite often gave us signs of who else might be hiding their Titan face. You see, in episode 17, when it seemed like Reiner was crushed by the female Titan, but he escaped using his blades, when Reiner was in the grip of Annie, transformed into Titan, he blinked to signal her. Then we see a splash of blood and Reiner's spectacular escape from death. Well, Reiner left a message engraved on the female Titan's hand at that moment. You can clearly see that Annie stares at the hand for a moment and then changes direction and goes to where Eren should be. There was also this scene when Ymir revealed herself as the Jaw Titan to save the others from the collapsing tower. We can see Bertholdt getting ready to bite his hand to save his own ass through transformation into Titan. Great that he didn't reveal his identity or everyone would have blown to smithereens. This wasn't the only time the anime subtly hinted that Bertholdt was a Titan shifter. There was a moment in episode 3 where Eren, Mikasa, and Armin had just become military recruits. Others were questioning them about their experiences with Titans, and the camera shifted to Bertholdt and Reiner. In the same season, one of the darkest announcements of what was to come took place. While trying to capture Annie, a transformed Eren shouted that he would destroy the world. The brother almost finally did it after becoming a villain. However, before that, his role as the villain was already foreshadowed way back then. During combat training, after Eren mopped the floor with Reiner, the spy told Eren to play the bad guy role next. Well, Eren took that personally years later. Seemingly subtle, but more insightful viewers could connect it with the rest of the clues about Eren's future. Let's go back to the very first episode, when Eren is having a nightmare. He sees things that come true in the near future. Among other things, Eren sees the bodies of members of the Survey Corps, as it was well known that this was a foreshadowing of what would happen during the hunt for Annie in Titan form. While trying to lure the female Titan into the forest, many members of Eren's crew died. He also sees a woman being lifted from the rubble by a Titan. As we found out a moment later in the same episode, this woman was Eren's mother. After the colossal Titan destroyed the gate, one of the pieces hit the house where Carla was. Her legs were crushed, resulting in her being eaten by a Titan. The opening and ending scenes of Attack on Titan's episodes often hinted at the future of the show. For example, in Season 2's credits, there was a scene with massive Titans wandering in a barren wasteland, foreshadowing the rumbling that occurs much later in the series. The end credits of Season 3 revealed crucial elements of Historia's life, including her love for Frida Rice and Ymir, her relationship with Eren, and the parallels between her and Ymir's life. One of the most intriguing moments was the Smiling Titan, which seemed to target Eren's loved ones. As it later turned out, Eren from the future used his founding Titan powers to manipulate the Smiling Titan. Thanks to this, she ignored Bertholdt's defenseless form and moved straight towards Carla. By devouring Eren's mother in front of him, she started all the events. We have a moment in which a stuffed animal hints at Commander Erwin Smith's death. This happened in episode 20 of Season 3, when Eren connected to Grisha's memories. In a particular scene, young Zeke was playing with toys. The stuffed animal symbolized Zeke's future as the Beast Titan, while the soldiers and horses represented the battle in which Zeke wiped out the entire Survey Corps. But that's not all. The anime continued to foreshadow events. In Season 4, Episode 15, a stuffed animal is shown while Tom is talking. This little stuffed animal hinted at Tom's Titan form, which is actually a sheep, as revealed in the manga. In another unusual moment, a magician predicted Eren's death. In a bonus episode called Lost in the Cruel World, Mikasa encounters the magician, who tells her that she won't be able to save Eren from death. However, the most serious foreshadowing came from Eren himself. His ultimate goal was to destroy the world, and this was hinted way back in Season 3, Episode 22. When he and his squad saw the ocean for the first time, Eren said that if they crossed the sea and defeated their enemies, they'd finally be free. A whole season later, he used the power of the rumbling to try to destroy the world. This foreshadowing was probably the most significant and dangerous in the entire show. Now, let's discuss a scene that foreshadowed a major twist in the latest season. In episode 2 of season 4, the Marleyan military met to discuss how to combat the Mid-East countries. During the meeting, the head general mentioned that these countries had developed the ability to fly, which meant they could drop bombs on Marley without being within range of Marley's titans. One of the generals asks if they have any titans with wings, and the head general dismisses the idea. However, if you look ahead in the manga, you'll find that Falco's bird-like titan can actually fly. This was some impressive foreshadowing. Speaking of the walls, let's talk about the wall worshippers. This church may seem weird, but they have some of the best foreshadowing moments in Season 1. In episode 25, the wall worshippers were shown praying with their arms intertwined. 2 seasons later, during a flashback to when the walls were first built, the original Titans are also depicted with intertwined arms. Comment down below anything we've missed.